Do you guys ever get super nervous and anxious when you're trying to bid for something on eBay? You know, you're taking part in an auction and you're competing with other potential buyers and you just don't know what to do. You don't really know what your highest price you'd be willing to pay. You don't know when to bid. You don't know what everyone else is going to do. You don't want to get stuck paying a huge amount. And it just is super nerve wracking. Well, that's exactly what happened when I acquired this absolutely red, white, and blue prototype the King many years ago now. It's been a while, but I remember going after this guy and just absolutely shaking uncontrollably at my desk, just like, oh my god, I want him so bad, but I don't want to pay an arm and a leg for him. But fortunately it worked out and I was able to get him. It was probably like 2017, I think it was early 2017, I believe, that I was able to acquire this prototype. Now this one is a little different than most because it's plastic, or resin if you want to be fancy about it, and this one is one of your more typical prototypes. But the interesting part is that they almost share the exact same tires, so we'll get into that. But of course, welcome to Prototype Prestige. This is episode 3. I'm pre-recording all these videos at once though, so I'm not entirely sure if you guys have been liking the episodes. Again, I hope you do. Too bad if you don't. Now, I know in some of my videos lately there has been like a little crackle pop. I've mentioned it before. I want to mention it again and apologize. I've actually been revamping my entire recording setup as I'm here at winter break, but it's all a work in progress and I haven't finished yet. But I mean, it's an entire revamp, new everything. The iPhone is done. Like the iPhone, I'm sorry, but you are being retired. And this is the first time I'm mentioning it in any videos. And, who knows, maybe by the time this video is uploaded, I will already have my new setup. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know I'm working on a solution. And thank you for understanding, I hope. All right, this is the first episode of Prototype Prestige where we have a double-headed dragon. That means we have 2 prototypes of the same character. You will see this again a couple more times on my channel. Not going to reveal with who yet, but that'll be just a surprise. Now, the King is a really nice one to have 2 of, obviously, because he is such an iconic character, voiced by the legend Richard Petty. Now, we're going to start with this blue one here because, in my opinion, it's the most boring. You guys know I like my colors, and honestly, this is the first time we've really gotten a fruity, colorful prototype. Ben Dordam, he's okay, really dark green and the red. And then yesterday, or last week rather, or whenever I uploaded it, Race Damage Mood Springs, he was just kind of his normal colors. So hopefully this adds a little spice to it. But either way, we have the King here, Mr. Strip Weathers. And so let's take a look at the base here. I always find this interesting with this one because there is so much on the base. I have actually never seen this many base markings on a prototype before. One that I really don't know, the copyright at DCC, I don't know what that is. Like, this is kind of an older The King, as you could see, made in 2008. Oh, it does have that DCC down there as well. Copyright Disney Pixar, copyright DCC, China, 1970 Plymouth Superbird. You have your date stamp there. All right, so you have all that stuff up there. You have a code there. That's probably your product number, Mattel, and then you have the address there, whatever the heck that is, and your 1970. So there's not much added. There's only really 2 things, this line and that code right there. And obviously it does not have a date stamp because it is a prototype. Funny thing is, though, I don't know if I'll review it in the series. I do have a prototype that has a date stamp. It's the weirdest thing ever. I thought it was a fake, but it has a stamped, engraved code on it. So it's obviously a real prototype. But yeah, there are chances. There are those slim like this, that slim of a chance where a car could have a date stamp and yet still be a prototype. Now, he's got the classic, oh my god, stop doing that, Disney Docket. He's got the classic dark blue paint, which a lot of prototypes have. It's Mattel's favorite color to use on prototypes. Unfortunately, why couldn't it be like pink or something like that? But either way, the King's always had the same model, so you can expect that. I really like these big, or they're not necessarily any bigger than normal, but they look a little bit bigger because they're in this like beige white color. Well, actually, they are bigger, huh? Yeah, the tire itself is bigger and the rim is smaller. That's very interesting to me, actually. At least that's how it looks. Oh, maybe not, because I can kind of see, yeah, that's like the trim of it there. I don't know. It looks like the tire is fatter. You could also get a good look at a transparent piece in the interior there. Cool stuff. So his spoiler is a slightly different color from everything else. It's a darker blue, but still not matching the final version. He's got a dark gray base, which the King never had. The King always has this entirely black base with a chrome bumper, and that's another oddity about it. The bumper is attached to the base. You know, they might have changed that. I don't know. I have a Vietnam the King here. Actually, this is very mind-boggling. Hold on one second. I have my Vietnam the King here as well. They never changed it so that this bumper... Okay, never mind. They just paint the bumper. I'm so confused. This is why we need to do these videos. I thought that his bumper here, that silver part, was not a part of the base, but it actually is. They just painted it, which is very strange for them to paint part of the base, but you can see it is all one piece there, which is, I was freaking out there for a second because this clearly is one piece, you know, the whole gray bottom there. So that's interesting. You learn something new every day. So again, you know, that's why we're doing these videos, so I can, you know, learn more about my own prototypes and appreciate them a little bit more. So yeah, there you have it for this version of the King. Pretty cool. Alright. Now this is one of my favorite prototypes just because red, white, and blue. It's awesome looking. It's a little different. And it is plastic, so you can see the screws there in the base, and the base is pink, which is absolutely fantastic. I love that. But you know, therefore it has no base markings, but all the pieces are very similar. You know, they're not identical, but you have the exhaust pipe there. I'm not entirely sure what this prototype was for. Like, it really does mind boggle me. I think there's the color change of the King. I know they did do another plastic the King, I think in some sort of play set perhaps, but yeah, I really don't know what this was for. Maybe it was for the, you know, diecast, because sometimes they do that. It's perfectly normal as well for a plastic prototype to be for the diecast. Well, see, here we have the bumper problem again. Here, the bumper is part of the main body and not part of that pink base. So it's the opposite on the actual version. So who knows what this is for? Maybe you guys could help me out with that. But either way, it's super cool. You do have a slight mouth right there. Very hard to see, but the slit is there. Maybe this is like the Thailand King? I have no idea. No, it can't be. Here's a Thailand the King. This is the Silver King. Now, even though the eyepiece is a separate piece from his main metal body, again, the bumper is part of his base. So very strange to me what this is. You kind of see like a spring back there. You guys see that? Huh. Very cool, very cool. It doesn't roll super well though. It's not like I'm playing with my prototypes, but yeah, these tires are a little cumbersome, as you can see there. Interesting. This one's good. It's these front ones that really don't work well. The back ones work perfectly though. These ones move around too much and they rub against the fenders. And he has this light blue spoiler. And he's got a little... That might be helpful to determine what this is. He's got that little indentation there, that little hole. Huh. Alright, well, very interesting prototype. Again, I wish I knew what it was more about, because that would help us, you know, maybe appreciate it more, just, you know more about it. Knowledge is power. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comment section below, do you prefer the red plastic prototype or the navy blue die-cast one? You guys know my answer to that. But anyways, thanks for watching the third episode of Prototype Prestige. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys soon for another video. Bye now.